this exhibition has really been a joy to work on. The idea of landscape and geography and geology, all of these things that are around us every day, particularly in places where we live, grow up, they become a part of our identity and who we are and how we think about ourselves. It is that landscape that becomes an extension of our home and who we are, and we will continue seeing some of those insights from our speakers today.
I consider photographers as early tourists to the region, and I take tourism at its heart as the human pursuit of encounters with material phenomena.
Knut Knutsen traveled all over Norway, and when we look at his photographs, we can really see how he did not only take photographs of the nature that he saw, but that he also was deeply fascinated by these new roads and the infrastructural landscape.
And I was really struck in engaging this material about what a debt early cinema pays to the work of the photographers in the late 19th century.
From about the late 1860s into the first years of the 20th century in both Norway and the US, the railways expanded, natural resources were exploited, and eager prospectors sought new opportunities. A significant consequence of this expansion was the forced and often fatal displacement of indigenous peoples.
When you go through this exhibition and look at the American photographs, probably 90% of them are of rocks. But one of the wonderful things is that a lot of these are places that you may know.
And through these beautifully remote landscapes across the west and toward the north, we have considered how wildernesses were imagined, resources were consumed, and tourists and immigrants followed new tracks.
The significance of our natural places is neither something given nor a human construct imposed upon the world. Rather, it is something co-produced by natural features, systems of representation, and individual image makers. Each place visited by the photographers in this exhibition has a unique story to tell.
And this becomes an important starting point for us, I think, here in rethinking our own position in the 21st century, about thinking about how we relate to landscapes, how we look at landscapes, how we engage with them, and of course, how we treat them as well.
We're indebted to the photographers who traveled the width and length of Norway and the US, capturing a moment in time when national identities were constructed on both sides of the Atlantic, when landscapes became the focus for development and resource extraction, and when travelers such as this American lady discovered and experienced the land in new ways.